Hello lovely YouTube family, and in this video I'm going to be showing you guys how to create a complete course for whatever idea you have in mind using AI in just few minutes. So yeah, without wasting much more time, let's get started. So the very first thing I want to do is to head to the site chat.openai.com. You want to insert chat.openai.com on your web browser, and then automatically you'll be brought to this main ChatGPT page. Now, once you're here in ChatGPT, all you simply have to do is to ask ChatGPT to generate you the complete course details based on the idea you have. So for the sake of today's tutorial, I'm going to be creating a course based on how to use the graphic design tool called Canva. All right, so you want to do the same thing for whatever idea you have in mind. Now, you want to say generates me a complete course on how to use Canva graphic design software for beginners. Now, once you've started with the title, you want to ensure whatever you're asking ChatGPT is well detailed. Whatever you ask is basically what it's going to give you. All right. So the idea is we want the course to be very detailed. We want the course to be very organized and coordinated. All right. So now we're going to say generate me a complete course on how to use Canva graphic design software for beginners. Ensure you make it very detailed from getting started. You can see I am basically telling chat to generate me all I want to be in the course, from getting started to the course outline to the step-by-step procedure on using Canva to examples of designs one can create using Canva. All right. And then you can finally add something more unique. Add how to use Canva to make money online. Ensure each slide are well detailed in a descriptive format. And we need to specify the number of slides we want. Okay, so I'm gonna say I want a total of just 10 slides. Intro to conclusion. Good. And once you're done, you just want to enter and wait for ChatGPT. And as you guys can see, Chat has actually generated a very nice course for us. We have the intro, we have the area for images and elements. If you scroll on, you can see Chat has actually done a whole lot over here. And then all you simply have to do next is to read through. That is, you want to ensure that whatever is inside is actually valuable and whatever is inside is actually engaging as well. All right. For you to create a course, you want to ensure the course itself is engaging with those that are actually learning from it. Now, once you're finally done, you've read through and you're satisfied with everything, all you simply have to do now is to tell ChatGPT to convert the entire text into a presentation format, that is a PPTX format, more like a PowerPoint presentation file. All right, so we're going to tell ChatGPT convert the entire text from beginning, and I can put in quotes, title to the end. And as you guys can see over here, chat has actually done the magic. So all you simply have to do is to click on this and you're basically downloading it. And please note, you can as well do this on your mobile device. Yeah, you don't need to use a system just like what I'm using right now to actually create a course. All right, so once you actually use a mobile device, just do the same thing and chat is going to generate everything for you. So as you guys can see over here, we have our course ready. So let's open it and see what chat actually did. Okay, so as you guys can see, Chat has actually combined everything for us. What we just have to do here to make things fast, all right, we can actually control all over here. If you're using a mobile device, it's the same thing. Just select all, and then we can reduce the font to something that would contain everything. All right, let's check for something more way better. All right, I think this is fine. So I'm going to do the same thing for everything over here. All right, so I'm going to reduce it. I'm going to reduce this, take it to 16. All right, good. Then I'm going to do the same thing for everything over here as well. Right. Once you're actually done setting up everything, making the adjustments to the text and maybe adding some other designs, you want to head back to ChatGPT. And now this time you want ChatGPT to generate you the image for the cover. All right, that is the picture you're going to be using for this particular course. So we're going to say, generate me a very catchy cover to use to sell this course. Good. And then all you have to do is to wait for chat to actually do its magic again. Okay, although it's not bad, okay, if it's something you're okay with, then go ahead on downloading it. For you to download it, you want to come to the bottom over here where you have download, all right? And if it's something you're not really okay with, then you can ask chat to actually generate you a new one again based on the exact thing you have in mind. But then for the sake of today's tutorial, I am okay with this particular design. So what we want to do next is to head back to the PowerPoint presentation, and then I'm going to duplicate this page, all right, and then I'm going to add the picture to this page. All right, so let's add it from this device, select it. So this is it over here. All right, so I'm going to use it as the first, so I'm going to use it as the first page. So I'm going to delete this. Good. So now we have this representing the very first page of the book itself. Good. And then we can proceed to others. So good. Now we can finally save the course and we are good to go to the final step. All right, now the final step is the upload aspect on Selar itself. Now you want to head to Selar. So once you're here in Selar, all you have to do now is to add this product. Well, in case you're completely new to Selar, you can check out this video at the top of the screen right now on how to actually set up your seller's profile. Good. Now you want to click on add a product. Once you click on add a product, you simply want to go to the digital product because it's actually a digital product. Once you click on digital product over here, click on next. All right, and then here you have it, guys. This is where we're going to be setting the product. Now I want to start by adding the picture ChatGPT generated for us. All right, so we're going to add it here again. So this is it over here. Good. So now we have our cover. Now the next thing is the name of the product itself. What's the name of the course? So I'm going to say how to use Canva for beginners. Good. Now, how much are you going to sell it? Okay, so I'm just going to sell it for 5,000 because it's just a simple, detailed text explanation in the course. But if you're someone that's going to make your course completely detailed by adding videos, by adding, pictures, although I have several videos on how to actually do those things, I'm going to drop it again at the top of the screen right now. You can check them out to understand how to create a course with videos and several other features. All right, so I'm going to make it 5,000. So you also want to add the price in terms of USD. That's basically about $3. And then the final one here is GBP. That's going to be about 2. Let's just make it 2. Or better still, I'm going to make this 7,000. And then I'm going to make this 4. And then I'm going to make this 2. And then JHS, I'm going to make it 70. All right. Now, this is the area where you're going to be adding the description of the Canva course itself. So you can come back here to ChatGPT and ask ChatGPT to generate me a description for this course. Boom, and then chat is actually going to do its magic like it has always been doing. All right, so now all we have to do now is to copy this description. You can go ahead on reading it to ensure that yes, it's actually a very good description. And then once you're done, you copy it and then come back here to paste it. Good. And now once you're done pasting, the final thing you need to do here, getting to the final thing we need to do, is to select the category of the course itself. All right, so where does it fall? This falls under something that deals with graphic design, tech, skills, and the rest. So let's see, content and media. This actually fits very well, or software and tech. All right, so but let's just go for software and tech, and then subcategory, more like what exactly under this category is it. So I think web design and development makes more sense. So now once you're finally done with that, the final thing we need to do now is to add the file itself, the pptx file chat generated for us that we actually made some adjustments in. So you're going to click on this over here, All right, and then once you click on it, you just have to click on the file you already edited, which is basically this over here. And finally, all you have to do now is to click on create product. Once you click on it, as you guys can see, that's basically it. Our course is actually live right now. The final thing you just need to do is to change this link itself. You don't want your link to be looking this way. And for you to customize your link, you want to scroll to the bottom over here where you have customized URL. You wouldn't see this feature unless your book is actually, or your course is actually live. So once you click on customize URL, you want to click on this aspect, and then you want to change it to the title itself. So how to use Canva for beginners. I think that's fine. Good. And then you can mark it and finally update the product again. And there you have it, guys. Once we click on the link, which is basically what you're going to be sharing with people, or once you add your product to the affiliate network, a whole lot of affiliate marketers are actually going to be helping you sell this product. This is how they're going to see it. Great, this is how they're going to see. As you guys can see, 7,000 depending on the country the person is going to be buying it from, right? And that's basically all we need to do. And that brings us to the end of today's video. If you surely learned a lot in this video, make sure to subscribe if you haven't subscribed. Drop a like on the video, and also feel free to ask questions in the comment section below. I am here to answer whatever question you have in mind or whatever worry you might be going through in using Canva or Seller itself. So thanks for watching once again, guys, and I'll see y'all in my next highly informative video.